Listen,
I got on designer clothes.
this is so crazy, right?
I got a check. I got a
my
job.
mama be triggering me. My mama be triggering me, right? Because she triggered me, right? Because I got off work. I got off work today, and she smelled like embalming fluid, Sherm. Okay, whatever. She started doing Sherm when I was like 5 years old, and I got took from her, right? Then she went to have 7 more kids, and she never took care of none of them, right? Because she was on Sherm. So when I got in the car today and she smelled like it just really bothered, it triggered me because it's like this. She lived with me and you chasing down a drug, but you ain't chasing down my 5-year-old brother, my 5-year-old sister, 6-year-old sister, my 13-year-old brother, sister. She ain't chasing them down, but she ain't chasing down a drug. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Yo, you can hear all the pain in his voice, man. Yo, we are nothing but products of our environment, man. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, man, a lot of our parents got high for whatever reason. Some reasons, it might have been something they tried, they got addicted to. Boom, addiction. Now they selling your clothes, stealing from you, not taking care of you the right way. In some cases, like kids getting taken and put in a foster care where you might get molested or you might get abused with a crazy family, and somehow you make it out. You look at this brother, right? I ain't even gonna lie. Yo, that kind of make me feel watery inside because like I know your pain to a certain degree. You know how all of us was growing up, everybody, mothers and fathers was either on drugs or dead somewhere. Do you know how it feel? You know, you looking down at your feet, you know, I got new shoes on, walking to school, elementary school. And then, you know, mom will switch them up because dad not there. Then you got a different pair of Nikes. You got the Reeboks. You got your Adidas. Then you got your Adidas. And you got your Adidas. Those black pants that you like to wear, now they starting to look ashy. The meals in the house starting to look sketchy. Everybody in the house losing more and more control of you. The streets is calling you. Your peers, they're going through the same thing. And we get our social cues from each other. So know what we start doing? We see how you talk to your mom, how you do your dad in the same situation. We are trauma bonding out here. So we run over top of our parents. Now we the drug dealers and gorillas and killers. We grow up. Now we serving each other mothers and fathers behind each other back in some cases. She coming to you with $9 when she know it costs 10. And she like, look out for me on the strength of my son. When he smelt what he smelt, it brought back all his childhood pain. All of it. He's still that person that's 5. They got taken away. Imagine how that feel at 5. Some people come get you. Maybe the radios from the police, walkie-talkies on their shoulders, 10-4 Roger, the smell of the smell, the people asking him, is he okay? Him going through the processing of somewhere sitting on the bench while the paperwork get done, going to a home at first with a bunch of little bad kids, probably, that ain't got no parents, victims of the same situation. Then he gets sent with a family, but somehow, he makes it back to mom, who had more kids and didn't take care of them. So him being the oldest, he's left with the responsibility. He's trying to figure it out himself. So when you see a dude, you see all the tattoos on his face, you hear the way he talk, you see all the mistakes he made, and you sit there and judge a person and don't even know what the whole story is. You don't know what he went through. You don't know what he survived. He had to go through the fire. You could be the same age as a person like him and a person like me and had a different life. And we live longer than you, Doug. We live longer than you because we've been through so much. And we made it to the other side. You see how life works? She had to take care of him. She lost him, lost all the brothers and sisters. Now he got her. And he taking care of her. And the thing about addiction is that it's a disease, and she haven't overcome it. And even though that's your mom, and you might understand that as the disease, it don't take away from the trauma. It don't take away from being triggered, because it just bring back your pain. Imagine falling, busting your knee open real bad as a kid. You fell off your bike and it healed up. Then you fall off the bike and you bust it open again. And you think you finally healed up. A year later, and you bust it open again. You keep busting it open. And it feels just as worse. It feels the same every time. That's what's happening when he's triggered. The reason why he got his face tats. The reason all the mistakes he made. It all goes back to when he was 5. He ain't even supposed to be here. He's supposed to be gone. If he my age, that's back in the day. We was talking about, yo, is we gonna make it to be 18? They didn't believe that we was gonna make it to be 18. That was the big thing. We didn't know what to do after that. We was just 18, we here. All right, so what's next? We ain't even expect to live that long because the shit we was doing. We was out here playing with guns. We was losing our lives. Selling dope, crack, raw coke, smoking weed. And that's why it's crazy. Like when you see, like this generation, they didn't get to see the crackheads and the dope fiends walking around the lines in the alley. They didn't get all their video games stolen. Or ain't have clothes and shit. They ain't had to get out here and raise themselves in the streets. We was trying to get out of it. Now it's in style. They didn't go through that. But that's what it was like. That's what it was like. Now we're 18 with criminal records. Still, now we graduated. Now we got more freedom to move around. Now we got to manipulate other younger kids in the same situation as us. And hold this package. 70-30. Don't fuck that money up, shorty. I remember getting locked up back in the day. They gave me a package, right? I got locked up. I had got locked up like 3 times back to back. Like 13 years old. He ain't believe me. This when they were still fingerprinting you. Now everything's so digital. I get home, I call, and I beeped them. Dude, met him. He like, let me smell your hands. Smell my hands. Because you could smell the ink from being fingerprinted, right? But he wasn't built a type of way. I didn't get his money for him. I told him, come down to projects and get it. That was the last of that. That's neither here nor there. But y'all ain't grow up like that. Y'all ain't had to go through that. You ain't had to smell the crack while they in the bathroom getting high. They come out, they lips moving funny. You understand? Nobody there to help you with your homework. Or finding needles and shit and crack pipes. Or your father nodding off in the hallway down the projects. Or your father, your aunt, your mother, and the cousin all nodding out or high, or they done stole your shit. So when you see people and you look at them on the surface, they may be trying to hide their pain with a whole lot of other stuff. But you don't know what people went through. You don't know what they had to do to get here. Just to make it. And just to have the basics. Life don't even, we just be happy to have the basics. If we get past that, we really made it. But a lot of us feel like we made it because we just got the basics. You know, there's a lot of people out here doing the same thing to their kids a different way with a different type of drug. Popping pills. This next generation is the next generation of dope fiends. They don't even realize it because they ain't even see it. We gotta do better as parents, man. I always stress healthy habits. Going to the gym. Everybody, whenever somebody talk to me about something, I say go to the gym. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. And typically, when somebody don't do certain stuff, they may at one point in time, either they never did it or they abused it at one point. Didn't even realize it. They was repeating a cycle. And what we got to do as victims of that cycle, we got to break the cycle. We have to. We got to break the cycle. Because a lot of times, yo, we go hurt out kids. Then and then it's so many other things that come along with being him, being me, and being others like us. You're guaranteed poverty because you ain't got no education. You done ruined yourself before you even got started. So your whole life is playing catch up if you ever catch up. You always finishing last, and you just thankful you got the basics. And what you try to do with your kids, you try to get them a better place to start from. That's if you're smart enough. But a lot of us are past these traumas down. I don't know, yo. But yo, work with your mom, yo. Help her because she just need help. It's that demon, that spirit got her. It got her. She was somebody before that. She was a loving, nurturing mom before that. Remember those things that happened with you and your brothers and your sisters? That wasn't her. That was the disease. The disease was controlling all her actions, and to this day still is got a hold of her. You got to be patient with her because you still got her here. That means she still can be saved. Because when she gone, God forbid, you'll take her back at her worst than rather not have her at all. So just be patient with her, yo, and do what you gotta do to help her. And sometimes you're gonna swallow your pain. Unfortunately, in order for things to change, you gonna have to carry the burden of everything you went through as a kid, and even though it's triggering, you had to swallow that so you could save her. And not just that, you gonna have to manage your family. It's up to you because you know what's going on to change the course of everything because she's still here. Because if she leave, God forbid, because of that disease, all that trauma that y'all have, y'all never really get to deal with it the right way. It's just a spirit, man. You gotta get it out of her, dude. I understand.